guys. Like, subscribe, and share. Right? Thank you. Like, subscribe, and share. Right?
Immediately after entering 6 o'clock a.m. and 6 o'clock p.m. weekdays. Stay tuned to be updated, to be informed. News updates, live reports. Ebonadi FM breaks the news with actuality. That it would appropriate for a new Nigeria. You can as well listen online via mixlr.com/GFM.
Good evening and welcome to Abona, the 103.5 FM news update today, Thursday, the 18th day of May 2023. And the time is 4 minutes past the hour of 6. Martin Ifan Shuku Ekeze is my name. The headlines. Anambra government says U.S. embassy visiting team bypassed state security architecture. Forgery. Labour Party seeks evidence to disqualify Enugu governor-elect. Obident's last ambition will be to capture Anambra in 2025. Obi Okoye, ex-APGA National Secretary. Non-governmental organization awards scholarship to 60 indigent female students in Enugu community. I won Delta Guba poll squarely. Will retrieve my mandate in court. Omar Gege. U.S. proposed conducting joint military planning with Israel on Iran. Now, details. Anambra government says U.S. embassy visiting team bypassed state security architecture. The Anambra state government has condemned the attack on the staff of the U.S. embassy by gunmen and alleged that the U.S. consulate visiting team bypassed the existing security architecture in the state. This was contained in a statement by Governor Chukwuma Soludo's spokesperson, Christian Aburime, on Wednesday. Newsman reports that 2 convoys of U.S. Embassy staff and 2 police officers were ambushed and shot dead on Tuesday in the Ami and Eke Oshuche communities of Obaru local government area. The gunmen also kidnapped 3 individuals, other police officers, and a driver during the attack. Aburime said Governor Soludo expressed his deep condolences to the bereaved families and organizations, particularly the U.S. Embassy, over the death of his staff and policemen. He stated that the incident in a remote riverine community in Obaru local government serves as a reminder that patches of criminal gangs can still unleash senseless and murderous acts. He added that the state government was not aware of the consulate's humanitarian mission in the state and noted that correcting such lapses and ensuring better coordination will help prevent such avoidable incidents in the future. As the investigation continues, it is important to highlight an important preliminary takeaway from the facts so far. It is evident that from reports by the various security agencies in the state that the visiting team made their own security arrangements and totally bypassed the existing security architecture in the state, and the state government was not aware of the humanitarian mission of the visiting team, Aburime stated. Forgery. Labour Party seeks evidence to disqualify Enugu governor-elect. The leadership of the Labour Party has vowed to do all within its powers to prove that the current governor-elect of Enugu State, Peter Mba, was not qualified to contest the governorship following an allegation that he presented a forged certificate to the Independent National Electoral Commission. Mba's victory in the last governorship election in the state has raised dust among his critics and members of the opposition who expressed strong conviction that he did not win the poll. 2 weeks ago, a coalition of human rights groups under the aegis of support for the rule of law and the Justice Initiative have had raised a fresh alarm over a purported move by the governor-elect to change the documents he submitted to INEC to cover up the allegation of perjury leveled against him. The group announced that it had uncovered a plot to remove Mba's file that contained the alleged forged certificate of the National Youth Service Corps, but the Enugu governor-elect maintained his innocence, saying he served out his 1 year mandatory service and was duly discharged. As the accusation and counter-accusation continued, newsmen report that the Federal High Court in Abuja on Monday restrained the National Youth Service Corps from further issuing any disclaimer denying the issuance of a certificate to Mba. The Labour Party image maker also berated the Inspector General of Police for developing cold feet during the investigation of forgery allegations against the governor-elect. If your certificate is genuine, why do you need several court pronouncements and forum shopping to validate it? He queried. Obiden's last ambition will be to capture Anambra in 2025, Obi Okoye, ex-Afghan National Secretary. Former National Publicity Secretary of the All Progressive Grand Alliance, APGA, Sir Ifatu Obi Okoye, has given reasons why he was contesting for the chairmanship of the party in Anambra State in his upcoming convention. Obi Okoye, a lawyer, said that he had garnered relevant political experience to steer the ship of the party, having held various political positions in the past. He said that if given the opportunity to serve, he would give the job his best. What is important is what I am bringing on board. Apart from my rich profile, as it were, what do I have to offer to APGA? And after many years of having been a PDP chairman, why would I want to become the chairman of APGA at this time? We have a national leader of the party, Prof. Chukwuma Soludo, for me. The incoming leadership of the party must imbibe and understand the fundamental principles of the national leader in order to drive the party. We must also understand the positive destructive endeavors of the present regime. His Excellency believes that things cannot continue in the way they used to be. In short terms, he may appear unpopular, but in the long term, it is all for the good of the people of Anambra State. And we are happy he is working assiduously well to change the environment, change the social politics, change our attitude and our beliefs. Non-governmental organization awards scholarship to 60 indigent female students in Enugu community. No fewer than 60 indigent female students of Community High School Umuabo Eha Alumuna in Nsukka Council area of Enugu State received scholarship by a non-governmental organization, Women Nation Network, WINET. Newsmen reports that WINET collaborated with its foreign partners Mundo Comparente of Spain to award the scholarship. Presenting the award in Iha Alumuna on Wednesday, Mrs. Miriam Menkete, Executive Director Winnet at the school premises, said the gesture was in furtherance of the non-governmental organization's activities under the Right to Be a Girl project to end girl-child marriage, represented by Mrs. Chinelo Dim, monitoring, evaluation, and the learning officer of the non-governmental organization. Menkete said the organization was in the school to present the third-term scholarship 2022 to 2023 to 60 female students of the school. The project is titled Support for 128 Students' Education in Enugu State, Nigeria, and is funded by Mundo Comparante of Spain. Menkete thanked Mundo Comparante for supporting the project to retain young girls in school. She appealed to the benefiting female students to make the best use of the opportunity by studying hard. In his remarks, the principal of the school, Mr. Martin Ugwoke, expressed appreciation to Winnet and its foreign partners for their kind gesture. Ugwoke said that the role Winnet had been playing in the defense of women and the girl child was worthy of commendation. Newsmen also report that aside the payment of the third-term school fees running from 2022 to 2023 for the benefiting students, they were also presented with assorted educational writing materials. The materials included notebooks, mathematical sets, and school bags, among other items. I won Delta Guba poll squarely. We retrieved my mandate in court, Omo Agege, barely 2 months. After losing out in Delta State governorship election, the deputy president of the Senate, Uvie Omo Agege, declared that he won the election clean and clear, and he would retrieve his stolen mandate from the candidate of People's Democratic Party (PDP), Sheriff Oborowori. The Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) had, in the election conducted on March 18, 2023, declared Oborowori of PDP as the winner with 360,234 votes, which was over 120,000 votes above 240,229 votes reportedly scored by Senator Omo Agege in the election. But Omo Agege, while granting audience to some of his constituents from Delta Central at the National Assembly in Abuja on Wednesday, said the result declared by INEC was a ruse that cannot stand the test of litigation. I won the Delta governorship election conducted on March 18th this year by INEC, clean and clear, he declared. Now we move over to the foreign scene. US proposed conducting joint military planning with Israel on Iran. The Biden administration proposed to Israel a few weeks ago the idea of engaging in joint military planning concerning Iran, three US and Israeli officials told newsmen. US officials said the proposal is unprecedented and could significantly upgrade US-Israeli military cooperation. Israeli officials have so far treated the proposal with suspicion, fearing it is an attempt to tie Israel's hand from taking action against Iran, especially its nuclear facilities, if the US objects. The US official stressed that the proposal is not about planning any kind of joint US Israeli strike against Iran's nuclear program. US officials said the proposal came during recent visit to Israel by chair of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, General Mark Milley, Secretary of Defense Lloyd Austin, and CENTCOM Commander General Eric Kurila. Israel didn't reject the idea but asked for clarifications regarding the joint military planning actually means in practice, including whether this process stays in the realm of intelligence and scenarios or extends into the realm of joint operations, a senior Israeli official said. White House National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan tried to calm Israeli concerns in a speech at the Washington Institute for Near East Policy 2 weeks ago. We have made clear to Iran that it can never be permitted to obtain a nuclear weapon, as President Biden has repeatedly reaffirmed he will take the actions that are necessary to stand by this statement, including by recognizing Israel's freedom of action, he said. This is where we draw the curtain on news update on Ebona at the 103.5 FM. But before we leave, a quick look at the headlines. Anambra government says US embassy visiting team bypassed state security architecture. Forgery. Labour Party seeks evidence to disqualify Enugu governor-elect. Obedience's last ambition will be to capture Anambra in 2025. Obi Okoye, ex-ABGA National Secretary. Non-governmental organization awards scholarship to 60 indigent female students in Enugu community. I won Delta Guba poll squarely. Will retrieve my mandate in court. Omagege. U.S. proposed conducting joint military planning with Israel on Iran. You just listened to News Update on Ebona at the 103.5 FM. News produced and read by Martin Ifan Shuku Ekeze. Thank you for listening to Ebona at the 103.5 FM News Update. Once again, good evening.
News updates on Ebona at 103.5 FM immediately after Angeles 6 o'clock a.m. and 6 o'clock p.m. weekdays. Stay tuned to be updated, to be informed. News updates, live reports. Ebona at FM breaks the news with actualities. People are looking for Radio Nigeria. You can as well listen online via mixlr.com/GFM. All day, every day, who's bad? Hit it! How best can we talk about the challenges we are having on our streets? Our community, our society in general, street report. If we do not address these challenges on Ebona FM, who will? As the happenings around us get as complicated as they can be. Street report is here to make sense of it all. Street report is causing social change across your streets. In your community, Street Report is here with hardcore journalism to get to the roots of our problem. Why don't you join me, Martin Ifan Shuku number the first every Friday, 4:30 p.m. on Ebona 103.5 FM as Street Reports unfolds in your face. On Martin Ebona 24/7, 24/7. Ladies and gentlemen, tighten your seatbelt as we take you on this smooth ride. Let's go! It's the morning drive on 103.5 Ebona FM, keeping your morning engaging as we take you through the smoothest ride on radio. From 7 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. Getting your morning inspired, be informed, let's interact only on the morning drive. Make it a date with Martin Ifan Shuku, aka Meta, from Monday to Friday, from 7 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. on the morning drive. Yo, what? Let me tell the bomb. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let me tell the bomb. Listen up. Get me out of Tokyo. Let's get it. saw, anything, yeah, everything, all the ball.